A lot of people, they don't know. Like, most people are here to cause confusion. They're here to cause distractions. They're here to disturb your peace. They don't want you to stay grounded. They want to belittle you. They come with a whole bunch of chaos, and misery loves company, because when you're losing, you're like me now. We got something. Ain't nobody, when a person is, I'm saying, the winners ain't going to want to be around the losers. The person who's miserable, they can never get somebody going somewhere in life to entertain their bullshit, because that person ain't into the distractions. They like to protect their peace. They love their freedom. But when you losing, it's like we got something in common. Man, I fucked up. Yeah, man, I've been fucking up a long time too, man. I'm losing shit. I lost 5 times already ago, bro. Like I'm here. It's like they have something to talk about. But could you imagine a loser really talking to somebody who's always winning? No, because he don't want that dirt rubbing off from that person to touch them. So it's like, it's the truth. It's the truth. You got to understand that in life, you have choices and options, but more than that, you have free will. As Lord has will, and Lord willing, I'm going to get everything that God's promised. I'm going to achieve. I'm going to manifest. I'm going to profess everything that of heavy of abundance. And you will, and you can. It's like, I mean, dreams is possible if you never stop dreaming. It eventually will happen, because every day you're getting up and you're working on a way for you to get closer and closer to your dream. You're not just sitting around all day moping, looking sad, complaining, and want people to do the things you don't want to do for yourself. You know what I mean? You getting up and you on your grind. You minding your paper, BKA, which is better known as minding your paper. The same thing as hustling your muscle. I got my mind focused on my paper, on my mission, my journey, where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? They say money is the key, is the bag. You know what I'm saying? It's the success to life. We need it to survive. I'm minding my paper then. So that's what it is. You know what I mean? And I was on the phone with my brother. Shout out to my bro. Love you to death. You know what I mean? With my bro Shoke. You know what I mean? And Uptown Living, Uptown made me. And he's so happy that when he hears my voice, he always wanna just he wants to celebrate me. And I appreciate that, because I celebrate him too. It's not too many people I pick up the phone for, because when me and him talk, we get deep. We get into like a meeting. You know what I mean? And we talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and we stay grounded. You know what I mean? We stay with direction, we stay with structure, and we stay disciplined, and we got order. So when you're around people like that, it's going to be a beautiful feeling, where it's like he kind of looks forward to having a conversation with me. He looks forward to seeing me, because when you're that amazing, your purpose is great. You know what I mean? And everybody can see your worth and your value. Everybody want to celebrate you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody see you as a prize, and everybody want to prioritize you, because you're the one who have the purpose to prosper with great progress, and you don't entertain projects. Just like the next person, we got something in common. Like, you feel me? I see when you come in the room how you're not comfortable, so you're not just coming in. You coming in, you observe, you pay attention. You see if somebody's energy is off. You see if somebody is moving with an ugly and dark spirit. You see if somebody is being toxic. And once you do pick up on all the signs, the one sign for destruction, I see you always move on. I like that about you, and most people will, because they feel the same way too. And then you got something in common. Now you celebrating with somebody who celebrates you. Now you know what I'm saying? You could talk to somebody who's willing to actually listen and talk to you. You're willing to learn from somebody who's willing to learn from you. It works that way. But I had so much going in my mind that day. I was just like, it felt like dealing with 5 demonic spirits is a lot. But then it felt like they opened the doors to other dimension where it's 50. Then I had so much pain I'm dealing with. I had so much suffering. You feel me? Then it was like they was tuning in the spirits of the radioactive waves to my brain, because the chemical is unbalanced. So you feel me? It was a lot. I had to stop what I was doing so I can close other doors so I could function on my purpose, because that's a lot to handle. You know what I mean? And in life, we have to know our goods, our bads, and the ugly, because even when you say you don't know something, you should always have direction. Ask God. God eventually will show you the warning sign before destruction, you know? And this is when you got to have to take access. You know what I mean? You got to take accountability and close those doors out before your life becomes a mess, before it becomes chaos, before it becomes destruction, before it becomes a disaster. You understand that? And I think the greatest gift that God gives us is the willpower of loving and knowing ourselves. Knowing when you feel a certain way in your stomach, you feel kind of get this pit. You feel nauseous. You feel, you know what I mean? I feel my stomach is doing tumbles, like it's flipping. Like, yeah, I mean, you know the difference for when you gassy. You know what I'm saying? You know the difference for when you ate something that it just doesn't take with your system. Like, the more you pay attention to yourself, the more you know how to love yourself and do better. You understand that? It's the same thing with our problems. It's like if you choose, anyone could be slick at talking. The harder thing for someone to do is listen. If you choose to listen, you also have the opportunity to learn, live, learn, and do better. If you choose not to, you forever repeat the same mistakes or worse because you're not choosing to get up and grow. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I was taught that when chaos come, you just get violent. You just go off your emotions. You just get angry. You be so mad you want to bust. Like, I was taught that every altercation had to be done with violence. But when you grow, you show that it doesn't, and that you can use your mind as a weapon. When you use your mind as a weapon, it shows attractiveness because you have to respect your self respect and respect boundaries. You have to learn how to be a man without throwing a tantrum, having a little bitch fit and act like a terrible 2 year old and being so mad you're just ready to bust, just lose it. That's unacceptable and it's disrespectful. And you have to take accountability for your actions. You don't just lose your emotions. You have to learn how to stay grounded. Discipline to teach you how to stay calm and collective. Having direction will show you exactly how to handle every situation when it's chaotic, when it's confusion, when it's distractions, and when it's destruction. All right. So remember this one thing that I'm gonna give you right now. There's only two things in this world that we know is gonna happen for a fact. Every day, all day. And we already know that we're gonna live and one day God's gonna call us home. Especially those who's gonna make it there. But you also know that people are going to change for the better, and some people are going to do something strange for a piece of change. So don't speak for people. Don't just vouch for someone all the time. Allow them to show you who they are. Stop just listening to people's emotions. Allow people to show you who they are. And what I mean by that is don't have expectations for somebody because if you do, you're just going to get hurt all the time because it's not going to be all it's cracked up to be. You know what I mean? Don't have no expectations for people. Let them show you who they are, what it is. Up with it, big bully. Stay tuned in and follow for more. Let's get it. Let's go.